Hey, fourth grade. Today we're going to be working on problem set 10. Remember, you can find that up here. Go ahead and put your name on your paper. And today the goal of problem set 10, and if you remember, it's always going to be down here. It says, use place value understanding to round multi-digit numbers to any place value using real-world applications. Okay, so number one, to me, that means we're going to have to pay attention to what the directions say. So number one, it says round 543,982 to the nearest. Okay, then part A says 1,000, part B 10,000, part C 100,000. So my strategy would be to write out this number each time, and then I would underline the digit that it's asking me to round to. So this one says 1,000, so I would underline the 3. And then I'm going to put down what I would round this number to. Well, I could draw a number line. So let me get some Post-it notes. I could draw a number line. So what would be my bottom number? I know it's going to be a 3, 0, 0, 0. But remember, if you remember what we talked about in class, I can't just ignore the 4 and the 5. I cannot ignore those two digits. So I have to go ahead and plug them back in. Oops, helps if you can see. Okay, so I know because this is my thousands place, I'm going to put my 3 here, zeros here. Then I cannot ignore this 4 in the 10,000s place, and I cannot ignore this 5 in the 100,000s place. So I have to continue to put them into my number that I'm working with. Then, are you ready? I would put my top number as this, 544,000. Okay, well, what would go right in the middle? All right, now where would I put this number on the number line? Would it be in this chunk or this chunk on the number line? So let's think. Well, I know that here's 500 and this number is 982. So I'm going to put this number right around here. Or maybe since this is 900, maybe I should revise my answer. Thank goodness it's okay to revise after you thought about it. Maybe I should put it somewhat closer up to here. Remember, it's okay to go back and think, where would I put this? What operation am I doing? Does this answer have good sense? Is it reasonable? All right, so that would be one strategy. Another strategy would be to think about the bossy neighbor. And if the bossy neighbor is 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, I'm going to round up. If the bossy neighbor happens to be 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0, I'm going to round down. So this bossy neighbor happens to be a 9. So now I know the fate of this 3. I'm going to turn it into a 4. I'm going to round up. These digits will turn into zeros. Can I forget about my 4 right here and my 5 right here? Nope. All right. We go back to this strategy. Well, which one is it closer to? It's definitely closer to this number on the number line. All right. So go ahead and rewrite this number. Better put your commas in, or that gets people all frazzled. All right, 10,000. So right here, this 4 is in my 10,000s place. Well, I am going to look at the bossy neighbor. Okay, bossy neighbor is a 3. So now I know the fate of this 4. It's going to stay a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to keep my place value, and then I still need that 5. It was a digit we didn't bother with. Okay? Put your commas in, otherwise people tend to get all frazzled. All right, go ahead, circle your final answers. Let's rewrite this number. 543,982. 543,982. All right. Well, let's see, 100,000. So that 5 is in the 100,000s place. I'm going to look at the bossy neighbor. It's a 4. So what is the fate of the digit that's in the 100,000s place? This 5 right here. Well, it's going to stay the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to keep my place value. That's why I'm counting, to make sure I'm in the right values. I'm in the right place of value. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and write my comma, because if you don't write commas, people tend to get really, really frazzled on that. Circle your answer. All right. So for the next one, are you ready? It says complete each statement by rounding the number to the given place value. So you have to be really careful and pay attention to details. This one says nearest 100. So what digit's in the hundreds place? I'm going to go ahead and continue with my strategy of underlining that digit. 32,851, round to the nearest 100. Okay, and remember, I always underline the parts of the problem that I think are the most important and the operations it's expecting me to do. Okay, 132,891, round to the nearest 100. So it looks like all of these say nearest 100. If I take a very quick little walk on this paper, this one says nearest 1,000. Ooh, this one says nearest 10,000. Nearest 10,000. This one says nearest 100,000. So I have to pay attention to details here. And I am going to go back and underline the digit that's in the value of where I'm needing to round. Okay? Go ahead and make sure there's a back page. Yep, there's a back page. All right, so let's tackle this one together. Number 3. Number 3. It says, Empire Elementary School needs to purchase water bottles for field day. There are 2,142 students. Principal Principal Vader rounded to the nearest 100 to estimate how many water bottles to order. Will there be enough water bottles for everyone? All right, so I'm going to continue to use my strategy. I'm going to write this number, and then it says round to the nearest 100. Well, right here is my hundreds. Put in that comma or people get really frazzled. All right. Are you ready? So I'm going to round. What will happen to the fate of the digit in the hundreds place? So I'm going to round. Are you ready? I'm going to say, well, the bossy neighbor happens to be a 4, so that 1 is going to stay a 1. Other digits to the right drop to zeros, and then the 2 has to be plugged back in to keep my place value. Put your comma in. All right. So now the directions say, will there be enough water bottles for everyone? Okay, so if there are 2,142 kids in the school and the principal only orders 2,100, will there be enough? Will there be enough? Well, it seems like if I subtract, looks like 42 kids will go without water bottles. Now, is that my answer? Nope. That's me thinking, is this number reasonable? Can the principal only order 2,100 water bottles and give every kid a water bottle? So the answer is no, there will not be enough. There will not be enough water bottles. So this principal perhaps should have estimated in the thousands place. All right, go ahead and dive in and get these two done. Remember your strategies, okay? Either number line or using that bossy neighbor